Last night, no bullshit. The energy, all that energy that came in last night hit me. It hit me so hard that I was crying uncontrollably. I'm talking about shaking out, balling on my fists and just motherfucking crying and crying and crying, man. And releasing so much shit that's been buried. You know what I'm saying? That I thought I had got rid of. And it from what happened last night and how it went down, that shit, it sure as hell proved me wrong. I had a lot to goddamn still release. And I did that. You know, a lot of men are told to be so to not cry. That's a weakness. Suppress it. You know what I'm saying? Be tough. You know what I'm saying? Tough it out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the real shit, being a man, is to be able to balance both of them. I can guarantee you, I am the hardest, and the softest. All right. And I know how to maneuver through both of them because you have something from your mother and your father. That's a proven fact. But we only display one. We don't know how to navigate through both of them and tap into both of those energies. All right. Last night proved me wrong that I thought I had healed from a lot of shit and I didn't. And that wasn't just that. I cried at that moment when I was shaking and I literally bust down to my knees. It brought me to my knees. And I continued to cry 5 minutes long, crying. And it stopped. You know what I'm saying? I slowed down and I just sat there and started reflecting. Man, it was a beautiful thing last night, man. I enjoy crime, man, for real. I enjoy it because I know the benefits of it. I know where it's going to bring me. I know. And I continued on just within like a 3 or 4 hour span, off and on. I just kept crying out of nowhere. Man. I just kept crying. That shit was wonderful, man. It was amazing. I love it, man. Men, you need to fucking understand, yo. You have tears for a reason. Women, you have tears for a reason because this just doesn't apply to men. This applies to everyone. Everyone has tears. Let me take that back because there's a lot of dead motherfuckers out here who just ain't got no heart, no soul, nothing. They just plants. That motherfucking I ain't even gonna say it. But anyways, man, listen. Last night, that energy, that shit was wonderful. That shit was amazing, man. I haven't smiled so much, man. I haven't smiled so much in a minute. You know what I mean? And even though I do smile throughout the day, every day, to be so pure with it right now, how I'm expressing what happened to me last night, man, that shit is love. And I told myself I wasn't gonna make no video or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times when you just need to know when to shut the fuck up and fall back. You know what I mean? And I did that. But this is necessary for people to see. You know what I'm saying? For men to see. For women to see. For children to see. It's okay to fucking cry and release this shit, man. If you're not comfortable doing this shit around, or you know what I'm saying? If you feel this shit coming on, because for me, like for real, on a few occasions, the shit has hit me so hard how I'm able to receive this energy. And I cried during certain people, like I was around certain people and shit, and it just, instead of fighting it and suppressing it, I released it, I let it go, I accepted, I embraced it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor, man, and release that shit, man. Release that shit. You're gonna see how wonderful it is, how much of the burdens and the pressure and the weight on your shoulders release and just fly off, man. And there's still a lot of work to do, man. I love y'all, man, but release that shit for real.